All right, good morning. This is a bit impromptu, but I hope you're here. Let's see. All right, good morning. Let's turn that down. Hold on. I need to get that. There we go. All right, good morning. I hope everyone is doing great today. Hi, I didn't expect you to be here. Didn't know that I was going to be here today. I had the time. I have no meetings on my schedule today, so I'm still going to do like an hour this morning, an hour this afternoon. But I hear but see. I hope you can hear and see everything. I see everything on my screen, so I think we're okay. Oh, let me turn down the music. Turn down the music. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully that's better. I don't want to blow you out here. All right, I'm learning some new stuff because I want to do this really good, as good as I can. Yay! All right, awesome. So I'm trying to figure out how to do certain things, and I can do let's see, I can do picture-in-picture graphics. I think I want to do graphic. Let's do a lower bug. Let's see. Let's do bottom left. Select image. Watch this. Oh, wait, where's the image that I had? Unless it's all the way down the bottom. That would be annoying. Hold on. Doing the scrolling. There it is. Bam. Let's see if that works. Done. Done. Oh, that's cool. All right. Look at that. Now you can see, hopefully in the corner, I'm going to watch my screen here because I know there's like a 60-second delay. But you'll be able to see in the corner what I'm drawing and what I'm drawing and what I'm painting at the same time, which is awesome. There it is. I see it. Oh, that's so cool. All right, let's take I'm going to skip the color today because I want to get to painting. I'm excited about what's coming up next. So I kind of want to get past this one. But if you're painting along with me, you shouldn't skip the color. So don't skip the color. If you're doing it, keep on doing it every day. This has taken me a while, longer than I was hoping. I wanted to do like a row a day, and I'm like, this is crazy. Maybe I'll have to do this kind of like offline and just do like a sequence. But hopefully you understand what I'm doing. It's experiment. Look at your colors that you've got and try different things. If you have trouble, ask me about it. I'm happy to help. I'm going to put that down for now. All right, let's get to painting. So where are we at? We are at this right here. Let me open my Terpentine, open my Linseed Oil. Awesome. I'm glad that you can see these over here because I want you to see what I'm doing. Move them up top since I've got that painting in the lower left corner there. Ooh, reference, yeah, nice, right? And when am I going to see your work? You've been painting and drawing or whatever this whole time and you haven't shown me anything. So shame on you if you're not showing me. Sharing is caring, right? All right. So what we're going to do is continue painting this. Let me get some brushes out. I think I like, oh, where's my brushes? Did I leave them out there? Shoot. I think I left my brushes out by the sink. Give me 1 second. Sorry. All right, I got them. Okay. These are the brushes. Put them in my bin here. This is the brush that I wanted, and we're just going to continue. So I'm looking. Let's start with the cone on the left there, and let's see. I'm gonna start with the white area, and it's pretty white. Let me clean that off first, make sure I don't have any soap left in my brush from cleaning it. Right? You don't want soap in your brush. Get a little white. This should still be all good stuff. Although this might have dried up. We'll find out as we go. Some oil. I'm probably putting too much oil. I probably need more paint, but that's fine. I know you can't see that. Don't worry about it. I'll get there. I just want to get some white on there first. That moved on me. There we go. I like when canvases go to the edge here because they'll hold up a little nicer. Maybe I need to put a board in the back. That might be a good idea, but we'll see. No more white. So I invited people here from my threads. I do that most days. Nobody shows up. I'm not trying to sell you anything, you know. That's what I like about my channel, is I just want people to show up and say hi, interact a little bit. But I'm very happy to have one. I'm gonna post it. Oh, nice! You're awesome. Post it. You are, I don't know. I honestly don't know why you come every day, but I'm really glad that you do. You know that I'm glad that you do. It's fun, you know. Like, I just kind of rant. Somebody listens, which is nice. It kind of reminds me of art school days in a way, where, you know, there would be long pauses of silence, of course, but often there would be lots of banter. We would get yelled at all the time for talking too much and not focusing on our work. But if somebody else does come in, please say hi. It says 2 watching, but that could be, I don't know if that's just like me or something else. So now I'm just going through kind of my, you know, my 1, 2s, 3s, my values. And then I'll blend that out later. And I've got, on the other side of this, I'm happy because my paints didn't dry out too much. So they're still usable, which is great. So I'll go on the other side. This has like a lighter. And I'm going to have to figure out that, yeah, that is darker than the background, which is good. Alright. It's a little bit, it's a little thin. See, you can see through that paint there. So I've got too much oil in there. Not good. Not good. Let's get more paint in there. More paint. Alright, I'll have to figure out that bottom section after. Alright, so I've got some paint over here. And then it gets just a little bit. I'm not going to put any oil in this one now. Just a little darker down at the bottom here. This is pretty bright down here. That's funny, it's like the same tone. Same value. More paint. More paint. Alright, then we go back to some white. And see, I didn't even clean off my brush that time, and I'm just gonna kinda pull it over like that. I gotta look at that a little bit later. Let's just brush that out a little bit. Alright, and I'll have to clean up that got muddy down there, but that's okay. Oh, sorry. I just brushed this out and I didn't show you. Sorry. Gotta remember to change that camera. Always gotta change the camera. So happy Friday. I don't know what your weekend looks like. I've got a slightly busy weekend. I can just kind of add value where I want it, where I need it. That looks okay for now. All right, let's move on to the sphere here. I'll clean my brush off because I'm going to go back to white, or not quite white, but I just want a fresh brush. No reason. Fresh brush. That's all. And let's go to the oil. And let's see, it's bright, but it's not white bright. I'm just going to put a little of this over here so it has something. Since that sphere is a different tone than different color, you know, so it's got value that is a little different than than the other two, but you won't see it so much in this painting, I guess. Pure white here. It's got a little shadow on that edge coming from the cube. So let's get that shadow in there. So if I look at that, so I'm looking at the I'm looking at this shadow that goes right around here, right? So I'm squinting my eyes and I'm looking at that shadow there. I guess it's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit lighter than the cube. So I'm going to go like over here maybe. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that might not be bad. Gotta show you the right camera. See how wide is that? Not too wide. And then let's get that side here. It is darker. Down here, of course, that's a little too dark actually. That's better. More of that. So the light's hitting like right there. And then it gets lighter around the edge where the light bounces back. Light that off a little bit. So I'll go over here, I think. So I've got my like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. Different tones here. All right, now on this side. I'm excited to see what you've posted. You might have to send me the link. I'll let you know if I can't find it. I'm getting better at finding things though. That's a little thin. Little thin. Let's add a little more paint to that. Let's see. I'm gonna do it here. Same spot. I'll just add some black to that. Try to mix a similar tone, similar value. That's fine, I guess. Oh, that's not enough. That's not enough white. I would love it if I could get like 10 people on the page, 10 people watching at the same time, and just this crazy conversation happening while I paint. I don't know why. Just sounds fun. Alright, and then it gets even brighter underneath there. On the bottom down here, it's even brighter. And then I'll keep that tone right here. Yeah, I see some gaps. I'll have to fix those afterwards. Alright, that's not too bad. Let me blend that out a little bit. Off my, where's my blending brush? My blending brush. I keep looking down at my phone here, making sure that I'm on the right camera. Let's see. I need some white here. Up against this here. It's not pure white because I've got some black on my brush, some gray on my brush. But I need something there. Because I don't want to blend that in. Because that's almost a hard shadow there, hard line shadow. Now I can just kind of like dabble around and but that it gets softer up here for sure. Let me get that shadow soft up here. Let's see. This comes down a little further here. All right, that's good for now. Let's. I want to fix the top of that box. It's not right, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Dry that off. All right, I'm not happy with this yet. It is definitely not there yet, but I am definitely also getting closer. So, I'm a little tired this morning. This week you're just watching. Well, thank you. All right, so now I'm looking down here. I want to fill in these spots down here that I didn't get. I'm trying to decide, is the sphere darker or is the background darker? I think the sphere is darker than the background. So let me get some tone on the background here. Something semi-light. I'll darken that sphere up more later. What about over there? Over here it's pretty dark. Yeah, I go much darker on that side. And I might even go with a smaller brush too. I'm going to go with my 3mm flat. I'm liking the flats on this painting for some reason. Let's get some, oh, you know what? I didn't brush it. Get the soap off. Cleaned it yesterday. I'm liking the flats on this. Usually I paint with rounds, but then it comes in close down here. Oh, switch back. I thought you were going to be not here this week at all. You've been here every day. It's got to go darker. Even darker. There we go. I'm gonna get some really dark right underneath it here. Down here. That. Back to this over here. And looking at it, trying to figure out. So now everything's covered, right? So now I am going in and trying to refine it. Making changes, adding detail where I can. This is, I mean, it's a pretty wet painting. So, it's darker on the edge, but then it comes in. Like I said, it's a pretty wet painting, so, it's hard to, if I allowed it time to dry, I could make it more refined before I keep going. Let me get some brighter stuff around that. Sometimes you gotta let the paint dry. This is a study. This is not what I would consider a finished painting at all. This is a study. This is learning how to paint. Right? But go pretty light because I know it's going to blend in with that pretty easily. I'm gonna go with pure white. If this was meant to be, say, photorealistic, close to photorealistic, you know, I would not be smushing paint on there so liberally. I would be taking a little more time with it. I'm going to put some lighter tones in the background here too to lighten that up a little bit. A little thin here and there. That's okay. I don't care. Gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate you, as always. Yeah, Monday will be a stream. Wednesday will be a stream in the morning. This coming week will be, I don't have meetings in the morning. The following week will be a little different, but I'm trying to schedule things early. So you should be able to look at my channel. I don't know where you see everything, but you should be able to look at my channel and say, okay, he's going to be on this time, this day. So I try to schedule things out a little bit so that anyone who wants to join will know when I'm around. But it changes all the time. That's not too bad. I need to get that sphere a little darker in some spots, so I'm gonna add a little bit more here. I don't want to mess with it too much. All right, let's leave that for now. Let's move on to the cube in the background there. Squinting to look at that, the shadow back here. Let's see, what do I want to do? Yeah, let's work on the shadow back there. I can try to cut that down a little bit too, maybe. And I'm gonna clean this brush off. I feel a little tired this morning. I don't know why. Maybe I need another cup of coffee. All right, I'll go back to this brush and my larger brush. That off a little bit. Oil. Dab it off. All right, so I'm gonna go dark. I don't know how wet that background is yet. I think it's pretty wet still. All right, so when I look at that, it's actually more like that, I think. More like that. Yeah, that's it right there. my stick, my maul stick. And then right, like that. How's that look? Oh, sorry. That's my bad. I'm looking at, I like looking at the screen to see where, see where my mistakes are. It's like looking at something different, so I'm not, sometimes when I look at the painting, I don't see what I need to see. And it's looking at something different. I think it's helpful. Get my head out of the way. All right, I'm looking down here now in the shadow back here. This is pretty dark. That is where you need to use a smaller brush. Because it can't get in there. Where do I want to put this thing? Here, I guess. All right. Now I can use the bigger brush again, I think. Let's find out. Get some more paint. If my professors saw this channel right now, they'd probably laugh. What is he doing? I'm painting, Professor. I'm painting. All right. See, there's 3 people watching right now. If you have just joined, welcome. I love when new people come and watch me paint and ramble on. Uh-oh. I made a mistake, though. Oh, I didn't make a mistake with the painting. I like to record my my painting so I can make a, we call it a time lapse later. Oh, that didn't get anything on there. A little dark, a little darker. Cam switch, sorry. My bad. I notice it sooner or later. Or do you just need a cam switch in general just to break things up? Sometimes that's good, right? To not have the same view the whole time. It's funny. I bought these cameras because I'm like, well, I need 3 cameras because I want to have a wide camera to kind of show the room and my space and stuff like that. I want to have a a camera on the artwork, obviously, and I want to have a camera looking down at my palette. So these have worked really well, I think. But there's a bunch of things, clearly, that I didn't know about when I bought them. I kind of just said, okay, I'm going to set these cameras up and go. I did that on purpose, by the way, because I got a shadow that's kind of like a double shadow here. I'm going to blend that out in just a second. And it's tight there, and then it's actually a double shadow, because I've got one shadow coming from the light source and one shadow coming from up top. Take my blending brush now. Oh, there's 3 people again. Welcome. Love when people join. Say hi if you're here. See, I don't know how often I should be like saying hi to people who are coming into the room. I want to say hi to everybody, but I don't know that they're always here. So how do I tell them to say hi so that I can say hi and it doesn't feel awkward? I don't know. Maybe it just always feels awkward. Most things feel awkward to me, though. Life is about feeling awkward, right? If you want to see someone more awkward than you, watch my channel. Right? It's coming along. It doesn't look too bad. I gotta fix this half though, because this should be parallel to this, and right now this is kind of like going up, this is going down. All right, keep on trucking. What time is it anyways? 8:23. 8:23 in the morning. I gotta figure out how to shuffle the music though, because I like this lo-fi station, but I don't want it to start off on the same song every single day. So maybe I just need to take certain songs off. This afternoon I'll switch it up. Alright, so I'm actually corner I need to pull up a little bit. So I want that and this to be parallel. So this has to go up to about there. Not a lot. That's good. All right, and because I did that, this corner on the dark side needs to come up to meet that a little bit too. So I'm going to take my smaller brush here. Let's get some darker colors. And this one's pretty dark, so I'm going to go over here. I might even grab a little more black. The paint feels pretty loose over here. Cam switch. And yeah, I guess I'll leave it like that for now. All right, let me play around with the shadows down here a little bit. So that's going to be really dark. Let me get a little oil on there. Always go into your paint when if you're not doing an underpainting, and I'll show you the next painting I do. I'll do actually with an underpainting. If you're not doing an underpainting, your brush should always have a little bit of oil on it. Oh, switch, cam switch. Why am I so bad at that? There's a feature on my cameras that has auto switching. I wonder if that would work for this or not. Probably not. There's not enough movement. It would just stay on the main camera, the wide angle. But there's all these features on it that I didn't know were there when I bought them, like the picture-in-picture that I've got going on, the reference little thing that I've got going on, the music in the background, all that stuff I didn't know was there. So I think I made a really good purchase with these cameras. They comes out really nice. All right, that looks pretty good. I like that. Let's get a little bit going on around here now. There's a lot going on there. Like I said, there's like double, because my overhead light and my regular light are competing with each other a little bit. Squinting to figure it out. Before I squint to figure it out, this spot is bugging me right here. Yeah. And this spot's kind of bugging me too. Just want to cover those up a little bit, and right here. Hide that canvas. All right, that looks better. That makes me happier. That makes me happy. All right, shadow. I'm avoiding it. I know. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm procrastinating. Don't be a wise ass. I don't know why I forget to switch either, because I'm into what I'm doing, and so I'm in autopilot mode here. Trying to figure out those. All right, I'm gonna go somewhere in the middle. Let me get some oil on there. I'm gonna go somewhere. Probably fine. Yeah, that's probably fine. I don't mind that tone there. That value is fine. I want to use the right word. I think value is the better word. And then, watch this. Clean that off. I'm gonna leave that right there. That brush right there, and I'm gonna use this brush, a little oil. Where am I going here? I'm going darker. Going darker. But not too dark. Not too dark. And right in here, there's a little shadow. I can barely see it. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but there's a little shadow right in there. Of course, it's really dark in here. All right, now I just got a reminder. I'm getting my flu shot today. I'm gonna here's my theory. I'm gonna get the flu shot, and then I'm gonna get the flu. We'll find out. The flu vaccine. Last year I didn't get the flu vaccine, and guess what? I didn't get the flu. So I'm hoping this isn't a mistake. I'm not crazy. I know that vaccines help us. But at the same time, I don't know why I always get sick when I get the vaccine. Maybe I was going to get sick anyway. I don't know. And this is kind of a fun area over here. So I'm looking at here. Am I on the right one? Yep. So you've got the there's a shadow, a dark shadow underneath it. Then there's a shadow that extends way out here. So then there's a light area that kind of comes down here like that. Some of these little details will help your painting quite a bit. Small things sometimes make your painting pop. All right, I like that. Now I'm avoiding the cone. Let's do the cone. What's bothering me is the tip of the cone here. Switching brushes. Let's clean that off. Smaller brush here. A little oil. Dab it off, wipe it off. Not a lot of oil, just enough to get oil on it. And now, here's what I see. I see a couple things going on. I see a white spot first. Let's get that white spot in there. So down here, the very tip of this, there, oh, switch back. Switch back, and right at the tip of this, there is a highlight because the paper's crinkled. I'm going to need more paint on my brush, but just show you where it is. Really, I should probably do this highlight after because I'm probably going to smudge it, but that's okay. Get it in there. It'll stand out in a second. So there's a highlight there. And then let's clean that off. Wipe it off. A little oil. And darker. So now on the other side there is, I'm going to go like here, mid-tone, mid-value. Other side here there is a darker value. goes up. There's a crinkle. I'll paint in the crinkle a little bit. Right, like that. Now, underneath it, I'm just going to wipe this off a little bit and just stick it in the dark area here. Underneath it, there's a switch. Right here, there's the shadow that comes out like that. And then it goes up like this. All right. Now, on the ground here, behind the cone, it is just slightly darker. So, boy, because I've got it, but I'm kind of losing it back here. I'm going to paint this in dark and then blend it in a little bit. Hopefully I'm on the right, yeah, I am. I'm on the right camera. Sometimes you have to take a little artistic license. If you're not seeing what you want to see, you know, you can increase the contrast a little bit here and there where you need it. That looks a little better to me. All right, let's get underneath that. Clean that off a little bit. Clean both of these off. Clean that one. Clean that one. What time is it? Oh, I'm going late today. Look at that. I love not having meetings in the morning. I worked a bunch of extra hours this week, so I'm not that worried about it. It was a long, long week. A lot of meetings. I like to get work done. I don't like meetings. Meetings are boring. They don't get work done. They distract me from getting work done. All right, let's get down here, right? I'm going to use my my maul stick. Put it up like that. And oh, don't do that. I almost slipped. Don't slip with your maul stick. Get yourself a good tight spot. A little bit of contrast will make your painting pop. While we're doing this, next week we're going to be drawing apples. I'm going to be drawing apples. You can draw a different fruit if you want to, but I'm hoping you have a fruit of some sort. Apple, banana, peach, something. I would not do grapes. While grapes are a wonderful object to paint, there's a lot of them in a bunch, so I don't want, did it again. I don't want you painting one grape. Obviously that's a little bit not enough, but you know, something that's got some size. And if you want to challenge yourself, and I encourage you to challenge yourself, I will be challenging myself. Get 2 apples or 3 apples, and we're going to draw them with pencil. So you can break out your brand new pencil set And I also, if you don't have a box, I encourage you to get a box like I've got set up here. And put your apples in a box. If you don't have a light, get yourself a light if you can. Otherwise, you can just use the room light. You can set your apples on a table. The key is, though, you want to be in a spot that the light doesn't change. So, a room without windows. I am in a room without windows right now. I want to blend that out. Where's my blending brush? A room without windows is awesome, and just have a nice bright light on your subject. Because we're going to finish this afternoon, so we can move on. And after we draw those apples using pencils, we're going to draw those apples again with charcoal pencils. And then we're going to paint those apples. It's going to be a crazy week of apples. Crazy, I tell you. See how that popped out? Now that I added enough contrast underneath it there. Don't do too much. There we go. All right. I like it. I like it. It's coming out. It's coming out nice. All right. We're almost done with this. Like I said, I'm going to mess with this afternoon. So I hope that this is coming out well for you. If you're joining me in the painting, if you're just watching, that's great. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Sometimes it's good just to back up and take a look at your painting. Sometimes, if I feel like the painting isn't coming out the way that I want it to, or sometimes when you look at a painting for a long time or a drawing for a long time, it's hard to see. I'll take it and I'll flip it upside down. Like right now, this sphere doesn't look great to me. It looks okay, but it doesn't look great. And part of the problem is that I'm drawing this baseball, and the baseball has a lot of texture on it and stuff, and so I can see the value, but that texture is really throwing me off a little bit. But yeah, I might mess with that this afternoon a little bit. I am almost done with this though. I want to get a little more definition in the background. Like this line doesn't really meet up with that line over there. I've got I can see through some of the paint up here, so it's a little thin in spots. Down here it's thin. In the sphere here it's thin. Over here it's thin. I want to get the background a little darker so that this will jump out a little bit more. But it's not too bad for a quick little study. Not too bad. All right, so with that, I'm going to go and do my regular job now, and I'll be back in a few hours. I hope you enjoyed this morning. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have not joined me before, and then welcome. I hope you come back. I'm here almost every day. Check my schedule because I'm putting all my my live sessions in the schedule as soon as I know that I'm going to be here. So I know I've got one coming up later on today. Join me, have fun, come and chat with me. I love people who come and chat. I've got my number one there that is always here, almost always here. So thank you for always being here. And have a great day. I'll see you in a little while. Happy painting. Bye.